Can you demonstrate what you mean by confrontation using life sanctions?
Well, now we're back to looking at motivation. Again, key elements of motivation are these: what people don't like about their lives, what they want in their lives. And as again, we've got good news. 99.9% of clients, receiving public assistance do not like where their lives are now. They want their lives to be different than that. And so those things that they don't like about their lives are what I call life sanctions. The miseries in their lives are the things that are sanctioning their lives. Now, we've got two sets of sanctions in welfare programs. We've got the most common one we use is welfare sanctions. We say to people, this is what will happen to your welfare if you don't do it. But that assumes that there are no consequences to my life, and there are. And if I can do a good job in the assessment of finding out what people don't like about their lives, I can use those things as life sanctions. So, for example, if you've told me as a result of the assessment process, you don't like where you live, you don't like what you can buy for your children, you don't like having to depend on friends and relatives, you don't like the fact that you can't help people that have helped you, you don't like not being able to take your kids on a nice vacation, you don't like not having a car, all of these are life sanctions. And life sanctions occur whether we sanction their benefits or not. Okay? Life, it's true in your life. There are consequences to your life that occur whether you are receiving public assistance or not. So I think that we can broaden the use of sanctions by not just focusing on welfare sanctions. Because see, when you tell people this is what you have to do to keep your check, they focus on keeping their check and not on moving forward with their lives. So I think without intending to, we kind of box them into this welfare box. Make all your decisions based on welfare. Do this because welfare says so. Don't do this because welfare says you can't. So it seems to me that that keeps them focused on the very thing we don't want them focused on, which is how to keep your welfare. So I want to change the conversation from a welfare conversation to a life conversation, because I think of the clients we serve as human beings who happen to get public assistance, not public assistance recipients. And if you look at the life of a lot of people, they're not that much different than the lives of some of us or the lives of our cousins, sisters, nephews, brothers, children, all the rest of that, who are making mistakes and blundering through life and all the rest of that. So I try to think about how would I have this conversation if this were my niece or my granddaughter or my grandson or anybody else that's just a regular person, and try to focus them on the life consequences of not doing something rather than just the welfare consequences of not doing something. I think that gives us more ammunition, because if I just use the welfare consequences, that's all I've got. But if I've got life consequences, I've got another piece of ammunition I can try to use to get somebody to do, again, this very hard thing it is to do, and that's to make change.